There's been times when you see that men have had great opportunities, great jobs, had been in positions of power, and they throw it all away for some vagina. Such is the case what we're talking about today, Ime Udoka, who fumbled his bag and his legacy for some white booty. So he threw away a position on one of the most legendary teams in the NBA for some white booty. Now, this is Press Speak of the Press Speak Podcast. Let me do the intro and we'll get into this. Welcome everybody properly. Oops, sorry. Welcome everybody properly to the Press Speak Podcast. This is Press Speak, and that was late night. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. So this late night, talk about this coach for the Boston Celtics who fumbled his bag and legacy for some white booty. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this up. So, Ime Udoka's mistress identity revealed amid Neil Long's cheating scandal and NBA suspension. This is only revealed. Neil Long's fiancee Ime Udoka's mistress has been identified following his suspension from the NBA. Confirms that the employee who allegedly engaged in an affair with Boston Celtics coach 45 is team service manager Kathleen Nemo Lynch, a mother of three. Udoka and Long have been engaged. Udoka and Long, Nia Long, has been engaged since 2015 and she had a 10-year-old son, Kez. The duo's relationship made headlines last month when the Atlantic reported that Udoka had an intimate and consensual relationship with a female member of the Celtics staff after being hired as head coach in 2021. According to the outlet, the franchise views the alleged affair as improper behavior that violates its code of conduct. The teams confirmed Udoka's suspension on September 22nd. The Boston Celtics announced today that the team has suspended head coach Ime Udoka for the 22-23 season for violation of team policies. A decision about his future with the Celtics beyond the season will be made at a later date. The suspension takes effect immediately. Udoka addressed the controversy and says, I want to apologize to our players, fans, Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. I'm sorry for putting the team in a difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment. When news of the cheating scandal initially broke, Lynch's identity was kept under wraps. She has yet to speak out publicly about the affair. Us has reached out to her for comment. Following her fiance's suspension, Nia Long broke her silence in a statement to us. The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent effects. Above all, I am a mother and will continue to focus on my children. Blah blah blah. So basically, uh, this lady Kathleen is a woman married to a white dude. So it's kind of like, so let me get this straight. You're throwing away your bag and your legacy for a married Mormon chick. Who knows what these Mormons are into? Jesus Christ. You got to think about this. The Boston Celtics is one of the most legendary teams in the NBA. It's the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls, and you could throw in Golden State in there. Legendary teams, multiple championships, legendary head coaches, legendary players. So you get to coach for one of the most legendary teams in the NBA, led them to the finals. I don't think they won. Let me check and see if they actually. Oh yeah, they played the Warriors. That's right, the Warriors won. But just think about this. I forgot that the Warriors won. That's how much I haven't been following the NBA. It just got boring. But here's the thing, man. You you led the team to the finals, and then you got beat by the Warriors, which that's not. There's no shame in losing to the Warriors. Warriors is just a dynasty at this point. They're gonna get two more rings. They're gonna match Chicago. I guarantee. Long as Curry is healthy, Thompson's healthy, Draymond Green will stop punching his teammates. I think they'll be fine. They'll win probably a couple more rings. But let's look at this. You led your team to the finals. You might get a couple of more pieces, and you might actually win the finals. You win the finals coaching one of the legendary teams, the Boston Celtics. Your legacy is just that's your legacy right there. You're known as have leading a team to the finals, probably winning. This is your legacy. This is what you will be part of history, and you throw it all away for some white chick. You threw it away for a white chick. I'm not even gonna get into the whole thing with Nia Young Long, because number one, about these engagements. Number one, she don't want to get married. So you having this engagement. I don't even know why y'all even together. And it seemed like the only reason why they are together is because he got her pregnant. It seemed like it's a oops baby, but they love the child, and I get that. But it seemed like it was a oops baby. Oops. But regardless, you're engaged. You've been engaged since 2015. So that means y'all been engaged for 7 years. I'm like, dude, after four, man, you either gonna get married or you just not. It's just like it doesn't even make sense, man. So you engage, which again I think is very silly to be engaged for that long. Just me personally. You get a prime opportunity to be the coach of the Boston Celtics, one of the legendary teams in the NBA, and you're gonna throw it away for some married white woman, a Mormon white chick? Where they do this at? Gonna throw away a legacy. I mean, your name will be etched in stone upon the greats, coaches. In your rookie coaching year, you go to the finals. You're gonna throw that all away for some white booty. I'm like, dude, if white ass is that much important to you, there are plenty of escorts you could have paid for, and Neil would never even know. But instead, you deal with this white chick, who, by the way, also scheduled your travel arrangements with you, Nia, and your son. So she kind of knew when she's not going to be there, when she is, which that means she's a treacherous piece of shit human being anyway. Now, matter of fact, she married, so she just ain't shit bitch. Period. You're gonna throw away your legacy, throw away the bag, because I'm pretty sure you was making good money as a coach of the Boston Celtics. You're gonna throw away good money, throw away your legacy for a scandalous white bitch. That's if that ain't some goofy shit that it just don't even make sense. But it does make sense because a lot of these dudes value pussy over legacy. A lot of these guys value pussy over legacy. They value women over legacy. So let me slay this chick. Never mind my legacy. Never mind my bag. Never mind this. This is a prime opportunity to make history. No, I'm throwing away for some white ass. And I know some of these black men hating black women gonna be like, oh, see, this is what they do now. There have been dudes who threw away their careers, their lives for black women too. So don't come up in here thinking that I'm on your side. Nah. There have been black men who threw away their lives for black women who are even lesser than this chick. But black men, we gotta be on. You gotta think about your legacy first before anything else. Listen, if you wanna just go around banging chicks, well, number one, get out of a relationship with me alone. I've been engaged for 7 years, bro. That's too fucking long. Either gonna get married or you just ain't gonna get married. Period. It don't even make sense to be engaged that long. It reminded me of that engagement between Jennifer Hudson and David Otunga. They were engaged for 10 years. 10 years, and guess what happened? She cheated on him with a gospel singer, and then tried to. And when he put her out of the apartment that they had, she tried to keep him away from his son, and that failed because she forgot she can hire a lawyer, but he is a lawyer, and he got access to WWE lawyers, and those lawyers are cutthroat. You engage this fucking long. There ain't no point. Either you're gonna get married or you're not. Me personally, 2 years. If you get engaged, you should be married no more than 2 years. It's not like they were struggling for money. I mean, she's a she's an actress. She's getting jobs. He was a retired basketball player. He knew how to do his money. He was in the NBA doing his thing. It's not like I was struggling on money. What was the holdup? Well, she didn't want to get married. If that kid she don't want to get married, she even told you that she ain't looking to get married. Why are y'all getting engaged? This don't even make sense. And then I mean, if that the case, just be shared parents. Y'all just come together to fuck and have a good time, and that's it. There's no point in being engaged for this long. It's goofy. But that's how some of these dudes do for in-house vagina. We love with vagina so much they'll follow a woman's game plan, and then on top of that you're gonna chase after some white booty. It don't even make sense. It's sad that this dude from this legacy, you fumbled the bag because you spend it indefinitely. So not only did they hold you on, they got you on ice. You can't go nowhere because you're not fired. You're suspended, so nobody can hire you. All for some, and you lose out on your legacy, of building your legacy, putting your name in history books for some white booty. This thing kind of remind me of for all my old heads who's probably listening to it. If y'all remember in the heat of the night, where there was a black guy, he was working for this old white guy at the bank, and he was the bank manager. He cheated with a white chick, so that manager fired him. But also, not only did he fire him, he made it so he could not get a job nowhere else. What ended up happening, that black guy in that show ended up robbing that bank and got people killed. Now, I'm not saying that would happen here, but I'm just saying this is the comparison. They freezing him out. They punishing him for one messing with the some white chick who seemed to have some high connections with certain people in that organization. So instead of firing him outright, they freezing him so where he can't make no money. And then probably next year they probably will fire him. So where nobody's gonna remember his name and his value is just gonna go down. Kind of like what they did with Deshaun Watson in Houston when he was trying to get the fuck out of there. All of a sudden, all these women out of nowhere, yeah, he touched me inappropriately. He touched his penis inappropriately. Mm-hmm. See, this is how these people do you, but you can't get mad at it. Now, let me put it this way. Yeah, these NBA, NFL, they're some scumbags. But the reason why they're able to do that is because these dudes let their lust get the better of them. Udoka let his lust get the better of him, and he trying to follow some woman white chick. You don't know what the fuck these women did. These women are weirdos. So you following some white woman weirdo, you want to have an affair with her, and you throw away your bag and your legacy for some weirdo white chick. That dog don't even hunt. I'm like, shit. I mean, like I said, if you really want white chicks, pay a fucking escort. You could have paid an escort $2,000, $3,000, 10,000, whatever. Have your wife feel a white chick. Nobody want to know the difference. Happens a lot. But instead, you want to get with this married chick who's connected to the people up top in your organization and just fuck up your money, fuck up your legacy, and now you sitting there looking stupid. You looking like a fucking idiot. For what? For some white booty. White booty that you could go pay for if you really that pressed. Or better yet, maybe just get out of a relationship with Nia Long. Since it seems like it ain't gonna go nowhere, it's gonna stay stagnant. Just get out of the fucking relationship, be good parents, and so you can fuck all these white chicks you want to do. But don't do that at work where you can build your legacy. You could have been a legend. But instead, now you're in disgrace. And you look like a fool. For what? A Mormon white chick. A scandalous Mormon white chick at that. Because this bitch is cheating on her husband. She got 3 kids with her husband. And she fucking you. A scandalous piece of shit white bitch. For what? You gonna throw away your legacy and your bag for this. Sad, man. This is sad. But black males have a history of throwing away their bag and their legacy. But not only white chicks, this ain't gonna be a race thing, but it's all they're dealing for black chicks, Latin chicks, a whole bunch of chicks. Throwing away their legacy, throwing away their bag for a chick, for some pussy. And it's sad because it happens time and time again. And that's why a lot of other races of men don't respect black men. Because at any time they will throw all their shit away for a chick, for some pussy. Fellas, you gotta understand, man. You are the last to get hired and the first to get fired. Especially when you talk about jobs like this, where you're the head coach. They're always looking to get rid of you. They're always looking to discredit you. Because especially if you're doing well, you do well where you're showing up some of these white dudes. Oh yeah, they're gonna be looking to get rid of you. They'll be looking to find a way to get rid of you. They'll throw white chicks at you. They're looking to get your bag. You think it's a coincidence that just all these white they get with all these white chicks? You think it's just because they just looking for white chicks? No, a lot of these colleges, a lot of these NBA teams throw white chicks at them. These owners and businessmen will throw white chicks right at the front of them so they can get that bag. And a lot of these dudes fall for it. Just throw away their legacy, throw away their bag for for a white chick. A white chick is just, which it don't mean anything because it don't mean nothing. In the grand scheme of things, your legacy should be more important because that's forever. That's what you're gonna be known for. But instead, you want to be known as the guy who fucked up the bag for some white chick or black chick or whoever chick. That's what you're gonna be known for. You give away your power to some in the hands of some white chick, and you hoping that this chick won't tell nobody. Or you hoping somebody else, she won't tell nobody who then won't tell somebody in the organization or tell the media. It's all right, good. That Dr. Hunt, I can tell you where I work. Got a bunch of black supervisors who trying to get with all the chicks, and they got fired or moved to another prison because they playing too much with these chicks. They can't move up nowhere because they stuck because they won't leave the chicks alone. It's their weakness. But again, it's like vagina at the job. It's just like this taboo. I got to have it. I remember, man. I was rooming at the time with another coworker, and one of the other supervisors came, and another guy came, and boy, I mean, they told me about these chicks up here in the prison. They banging inmates, they banging supervisors, they banging each other. The one's got a few chicks, the major got a few chicks. It's like, God damn. And I'm listening to this. I'm like, and oh yeah, everybody knows. Like, that made me like, nah, I can't do it, man. I can't mess with nobody at my job. Too many people, too many people talked. I remember, I remember one time, like I told one of the female coworkers, I had just left my wife, and I told her. I didn't tell nobody. You know, a lot of people didn't even know I was married. They kind of knew. Some people knew, but most didn't, because I really didn't talk about my personal life like that. But I told her because we were real cool. So I like fell. I slipped. The floor was wet. I slipped and fell. And if you fall, you got to report it. Otherwise, if you get hurt, you don't report it, you get in trouble. So she called my lieutenant at the time and the sergeant. And so I went and go talk to him, fill out the paperwork. I'm like, I'm not hurt. I'm fine. I get in there. Oh, I heard that you left your wife. And I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, that fucking bitch told her that I. And I said, well, yeah, I really don't talk about. Well, you seem a little happier. And I'm like, okay. That's why I say, man. That's why I could not date nobody over here. That's only. I'll be honest. There's only one person I would date. I would date. I would have dated at my job, but I know her enough that she wasn't gonna say shit, you know, because she's just as paranoid as I am about personal business being out there. So that would have been the only person, but everybody else, no, I stayed away from that. And really, what really cemented for me was there was a situation where another coworker, him and her were going around. They were together. They were fucking around, and they fucking other employees. I mean, one chick was so blatant with it. Like she would call in, and the male officer, would call in at the same time. I'm like, really, yeah, this how we do? But anyway, so she's ended up pregnant, and she tells the one she was messing around with, and he told her, well, I don't know if that's my kid or not, so you're gonna have to get a DNA test. She tried to get him fired. Tried to say that he was harassing her and all kinds of stuff. He did get fired, but when they did the investigation, come to find out that she made a lot of that shit up. So he got his job back, and everybody was there, got in her ass to the point where she transferred. She eventually quit. But that's what happens when you mess with chicks at the job, especially in this environment in 2022, where literally you could be talking to another person, say something sexual, make a sexual joke to another person. If that woman come around and hears that joke, she just filed sexual harassment. Yeah, that's true. I I remember this one sergeant. One after a hurricane hit in Houston. I forgot the name of the hurricane. It was back in what was that? 2012, something like that. It was dark. I was at the front gate. I had relieved the officer. She went to go take a nap because she didn't want to get caught sleeping. Supervisor came in that room. It was dark. I couldn't see nothing. And she like, "What are you doing?" So I don't know what happened. Um, so maybe like a week later, she was like, "Hey, can you you know, help me out with this and tell your story?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." I don't know why I said that. I probably should have stayed out of it, but whatever. A couple of weeks after that, they're like, "Bro, speak." Well, not my real name, but hey, yeah, we need you to go to the back. I'm like, "Fuck, what happened? I do a count wrong. Something happened with the inmate." No, they come put me in a room like this interrogation for a fucking murder or something. It's like, so what happened? And I told him what happened. I'm like, well, I didn't see what happened. All I hear is she went in that dark room. He went in there. She like, what are you doing? I didn't see nothing. I don't know what the fuck happened. So that's what I told him. So I come out. Here comes that sergeant there who messes me out. He looking at me like, you fucking traitor. I'm like, I so yeah, that's I learned a lot. Like I don't mess with women at my job. I don't even talk none of that sexual talk. Even when they all doing sexual talk, I just smile and just keep on moving. No, I ain't getting involved in none of that. Too much shit can go wrong. And I, y'all see my picture. I am now. I didn't look like this even when I was younger. uh, I wasn't like a Don Juan. I wasn't like the jawline dude or nothing like that. So I know I can't get away with certain talking certain ways to women, especially sexual. Can't do it. I don't instigate that stuff. Now if they come to me with it, I whatever. But no, I'm not instigating shit. Mm-mm. No, no, I'm not about to get. I'm not about to make that go to that office talking about why you talk this sexual stuff to this woman. Why you sexual harassing her? Sexual harassing who? Mm-mm. No, you about to fuck up my career. But a lot of dudes will fuck it up. Like this guy, Udoka, fucking up his career, fucking up the bag for some white booty. For what? White booty for white chicks. Like I, white chicks don't mean nothing. I'm like, I've slept with white women. I don't see the difference. They just as crazy as black chicks. I don't see the appeal. Never did. Maybe because I've just been around black women that I found attractive. I married a black woman. I've been with black women. I think black women are the most attractive women in the world. I've never seen the appeal. White women like just, ooh, white women the best ever. But now I see too many crazy white chicks. I'm sorry, I'm good. Sorry, I watch too much Forensic Files. I'm good on the white chicks, okay? Mm-mm. But you gonna throw away your bag, your career, your legacy for a chick? White chick at that? Mm-mm. Just a fail. And so there's some people. Well, he's exercising his options. How the fuck you exercising the options and you gotta put it in, you gotta keep it secret? Now you exercise your options if everybody know you got options. That's exercising your options. If you got to sneak to do it, that's not exercising your options. You're hiding shit. That's not exercising your options. You're you're a bum ass idiot. Stupid stuff down in here. You know? And no option is worth fumbling your bag and your legacy. I'm sorry. No options are worth that. That's just how I feel about that. That's not worth it. My legacy is more important than fucking any woman out there. My career is more important than any woman out there. I'm not gonna throw it away for some chick. Crazy. But dudes will do that. So I ain't gonna be on this too long. And in case somebody would ask, now do you think Nia Long should leave? Yes. Yes, she should leave. I would not be in a relationship with this dude no more. And not because he cheated. Because I believe, look, if he messed with some chick, random chick out of nowhere, it should be a choice whether she do that. But this one is a no-brainer. She should be leaving. He fumbled the bag, so now he can't make no money. He's fumbling his legacy. He could have had his name in the history books of the Boston Celtics. Instead, he ruined it over some white chick. Nah, he's a fucking idiot. She need to leave. You know, he's an idiot. He can't control his penis, and his penis is costing him money and a severe blow to his legacy. You can't be around a man like that. Mm. It's not worth it. It's not good for her. It's not good for his son. Because what kind of example he's setting for his son? Uh, let me throw I'm gonna throw away my legacy for my place in history for white booty. That's a bad example for your son. So again, black men, you gotta understand your legacy should be more important than women. Your bag should be more important than women. You got to show your son, if you have sons or nephews or people that really look up to you, that hey, my legacy is more important than these women. My bag is more important than these women. This prestige is more important than anything. This power that I have. You got to think about this. You are in control of a bunch of men. You are a leader of men, and you're throwing that away for some vagina. You know how hard it is for men to follow another man? Because one of the biggest things is ego. So for you to be in charge of other men, to get them to a place where they can win championships, that's something you shouldn't be taking lightly. But you're throwing it away from some white booty for a scandalous white bitch. That your bag was, well, fuck the bag, fuck my building my legacy for a white, for a scandalous white bitch. They even cheated on her own husband, her own kids. Wow. Way to show something to your son. So anyway, the lesson here for black men: don't don't shit where you eat. Especially if you're in a position where you can build your bag up and you can build a legacy. So you could potentially pass that down to your son. Don't throw that away over some boo. I don't care if it's white, black, Mexican, whatever. Your legacy should be the most important thing because that's something that your son can be proud of. Now, how do you want your legacy to go? Do you want him to be, oh my God, my dad threw away his career for some white ass, or man, look at my dad. He led the Boston Celtics to two, three, four, five rings. What sound better to you out there? I think the one where he led his son led the team to a bunch of rings sound way better than the goofball who threw away his career for for some white dude, for a scandalous white bitch. You, black men, you gotta think about your legacy. Yeah, that's the most important thing. These women come and go. Hell, you can buy pussy, but your legacy is hard to obtain, especially for a black man in this society. To make a lasting impression on society, it's hard to do. Don't throw it away for some pussy. So I'm gonna end it here. It's late night. Probably not gonna go to sleep yet, but thanks for the person that's watching now. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, black men, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. I'm out. Have a good one.